2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win.
Losing is not an option. You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
Go ahead. This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Cleveland Cavaliers. For the Cavaliers, they're enjoying a better winning percentage to this point than we saw last season, an encouraging sign for the players and the front office. And one of the guys we'll watch tonight is Ty Lawson. When he's on the floor, how does he impact the game so much, Shaq, given his size?
Well, I'm not a guard, but he's impossible to stay in front of either in the open court or in half court. He has great ability to change direction and stop on a dime. And when he's hot, watch out.
North Carolina guy.
North Kakalaki, one of the finest. He might be short, but he has the ability, honestly, to get to the rim at will. And there's no problem taking the contact and finishing the play at his size. That is a unique quality from the kid from North Kakalaki.
And that about does it. We send it to Kevin Harlan.
Now let's get it all in perspective for all y'all enjoyment of song.
One of the most important monuments in the nation, the War Memorial. It's the Pacers in Indianapolis as we bring you an Eastern Conference contest. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Look at Cleveland. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
They have really hit the ground running this year. It's hard to imagine things coming together for them any better or quicker. They've been dominant in the early season.
Yeah, not the team you want to face right now. Never mind midseason form. They've been playing in championship form here early on.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at center. And so it's the Cavaliers getting on the board first. Ellis right side. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Deep 2 from Hill. The Cavaliers pull it in. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. Sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. When you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. There was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Now here's Ellis. 23 points for him the last game against Phoenix.
But his passing just blew me away. To see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air. A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Stolen by George. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Rebound by Smith.
Still can't get anything going here after 3 tries.
The drive by James. Here's Love. Here's Thompson. Banked in off the glass.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Pick up by Hill. Turner passes to George. Feeds it to Ellis. 6 to shoot. Pass to Turner. George with no one around. Cans it from downtown. George has got his first 3 points of the game.
And it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Irving drives in. Offline from the high post.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
lets it go from 14. No luck. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. And they're running. Here's James. Excellent D there from Allen.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 37-point game against Phoenix.
And he was terrific in that game defensively as well, blocking 4 shots on the night.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
That's good. Ellis has got his first bucket in this one.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Hill against Irving. Thompson a screen on Hill. Here's Irving. A picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good. Irving's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now, here is Hill. 11 points for him in that last game against the Suns in Phoenix.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Now, here is Irving, following the miss by Monte Ellis. Irving kicks to Love. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Hill comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Monte Ellis. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Freaks checked in for J.R. Smith. Here is Stuckey. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Inside, it's tipped and stolen by LeBron. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. It's rebounded by Indiana. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And that's one of those games where I just felt the attitude going in was wrong. I think they believed what was being said about them in the press, and that was a game that they just couldn't win.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I don't think it was about lacking confidence in themselves. I just think the talent difference between the teams was too much for them to overcome.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Now, here's George. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Master Mahimi, the shot's good on the assist by George.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
James with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Milwaukee. From 13, that's good on the jump shot. LeBron's got his second basket.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
George against James. And George, here we go. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You don't see many tall players with that kind of speed, Kevin.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Free throw good, Paul George. Five seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Three-pointer, Dellavedova from beyond the arc, and then some. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with three there. And that does it for the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
And I can't quit, all I know is...
And now, let's hear it for your Pacers. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Pacers trail by 5. On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Channing Frye out there with Anderson. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Dellavedova in at the point guard position. Now here's Stuckey. Shoots. Here's Hill. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Hill's got the first basket of the second quarter for Indiana. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bucks played really well. He had 9 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. It's games like this that have propelled his team to wins early on this season.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step, and Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
No. You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. Indiana making some changes. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for Jordan Hill. And George Hill's subbed in for Rodney Stuckey. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Anderson. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. Smith checked in for Freak. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now here is Hill. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He kicks to Miles. The feed to Turner. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Cleveland leading by 10. It's stolen by Hill. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. In the corner, it's James. Pass to Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And now a 12-point Cleveland lead.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here is Miles. 14 points from him the last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Smith dishes to Love. Irving against Hill. And yes, sir, that one drops. And that's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Allen, that's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Cleveland leading by 9. Irving kicks to James. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And he gets it to go. James has got his third basket of the night.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Now here's Ellis. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Now here's Ellis. Following the miss by J.R. Smith, and it's Ellis penetrating. No good off the front iron. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 13-5 run. James, the pass to Fry. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Fry's got his first points in this one.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Here is Miles. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The pass to Ellis. It's taken away by Smith. Irving against Allen. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
And that one's good, Ellis.
You know, I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
Love outside. Outside Irving. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Cleveland shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Mahimi's checked in for Turner. Hill comes in for Allen. Paul George, he's checked in for C.J. Miles. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for Ellis. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Stuckey against Irving. Stuckey outside. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two.
That's his second.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting for Indiana, Rodney Stuckey. Taking 2 shots.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. That one misses.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
Here's George. Shumpert with some nice D.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cleveland ahead as they end the second quarter on a 20-7 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Coach Vogel, a tough going for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Well, they're just a great defensive team. You know, we're not handling our pressure well enough. We're trying to work it inside. They're fronting, and we got to execute our counters.
Thank you for the time, Coach. Guys, over to you.
Okay, Doris, much appreciated. And now for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. I will point out that all the steals we got in that half as something we can build on. We pestered them with our D. That was great. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. All right, guys, let's get out there and play a good second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all four quarters.
Paul George is out there with Allen. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's Hill in a point. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. For Indiana, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group,
now,
only around 75%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improved.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Hill. The Cavaliers leading by 14. Irving dishes to Love. And that one's good. Love's got his first 2 points of the night.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
It's taken away by Smith. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it. The fast break chance. Good.
That's moving.
8 points for LeBron.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
And George kicks to Ellis. Clock at 6. Back to George. The shot from 20 feet away. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 8 points here for George. Well, Cleveland shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. The shot's good from Smith.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Turner with a screen on Smith, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
The Cavaliers leading by 18. LeBron passes to Love. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Sinks that one from the post. Love's got 4 this quarter.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Now here is George. He's got 8. Ellis outside. Back to George. Clock at 6. There's the bucket. Good. George has got 10.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Irving kicks to Love. LeBron outside. Lets it fly. And again, it's Cleveland.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Hill. He has 5. Ellis dishes to Allen. There's a screen. Screen by Ellis. Hill has the open look. No good on the triple. The Cavaliers leading by 20. Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's 6 points for Kevin Love.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Some great play by Paul George tonight. He's got 10 points and 1 steal as well.
The Pacers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
At the line for 2.
All right, now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Some changes for Indiana. Mahinmi's checked in for Turner. C.J. Miles comes in for Allen. Rodney Stuckey's subbed in for George Hill. And then for Cleveland, Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Freak comes in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Cavaliers leading by 21. And it's Freak missing. The dish to George. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Love kicks to Freak. That falls. Great assist by Love. 8 points for Freak. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here's George. He's got 13. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. In the corner, it's Freak from the wing. Frye passes to Freak, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Stuckey dishes to Mahinmi. Outside for George. And he dunks it down.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
1:33 left in the third. Dellavedova kicks to Freak. LeBron with it. Rodney Stuckey covering. Love wide open. He fires. And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a change here. Hill's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Anderson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in there for LeBron. 1:21 left here in the third quarter. Ellis kicks to Miles. Ellis with a screen on jumper. Screen by Ellis. Back to Stuckey. He dishes it to Miles. Some solid defense there from Freak.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage. Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Now here's Ellis, following the miss by Freak, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
.43 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Miles missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And it's Freak missing. Indiana's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. That is good.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
20 seconds left in the third. Here's Dellavedova. He's guarded by Ellis. Dellavedova kicks to Anderson. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Anderson's got his first points of the game.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter.
More levels, more devils.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
Leave dot on your face for no good reason at all. We in a bad place. Hip hop is separated by the nice and the nice not.
Cleveland leading by 22. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Freak in a two-guard. LeBron and Thompson are up front. J.R. Smith out there with Kyrie Irving.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Now here's Stuckey. Hill sets the screen for Stuckey. Left side, George. 6 on the shot clock. Got freed up. Nice work off the pitch.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Lavoy Allen's checked in for Indiana. The Pacers shooting the ball at 42%. Hill passes to George. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. There's a good screen. Allen, a screen on Smith. George dishes to Stuckey. Unloads. Got a piece of it. Now Thompson. It's Freak, top of the key. Allen with the rebound.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And George, here we go. Indiana again missing.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Indiana calls timeout.
I want you to focus on getting to the rim. Let's look to attack quickly. We need high percentage shots. Move the ball around and make the defense rotate.
check in for Cleveland. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Hill against Irving. Outside, George. All sorts of time, and that's good for 2. George has got 13 points in the second half. The Cavaliers leading by 22. James wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
Now, here is Irving. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. The drive by James, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
It's been tough for them to try to slow down LeBron. He has 15 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
2 shots. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Turner. Then Robinson III comes in for George. And it's Lawson in for George Hill. And both free throws good for James. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And Lawson, here we go. The Cavaliers pull it in. Next up on the docket, the Bucks following this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. And they call an illegal screen here.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
And it is one of the toughest calls, but most of the time they do a good job with it. And you have to appreciate how officials get that one right more times than not.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Now, here is Lawson. Stuckey outside. No good with the layup.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Solomon Hill. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for Indiana, Kyrie Irving. At the line for 2.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. He's got 14 points and 4 assists. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
The Pacers making a switch here. Miles is checked in. Chris Anderson is checked in for Cleveland. Both shots good from the stripe. Lawson with it. Kicks it to Miles. He feeds it to Hill. Down low. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. In the corner, Irving with it. There's the pick. Floats one. And the layup is up and in. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now, here is Robinson. Dishes to Miles. 6 to shoot. And Lawson with the drive. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in. Robinson drives in. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
Here's Dellavedova. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
It seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Lawson kicks to Hill. Pick up by Hill. Hill passes to Robinson. Feeds it to Miles. Back to Robinson. 5 to shoot. His three-pointer's off the mark.
All the time in the world to get that one off. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Cleveland.
Clark, they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Pacers.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for James. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
And so here's Cleveland following the miss by Lawson. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he gets it to go.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Now, here is Lawson. Pass to Miles. The three-pointer, no good. On the wing, Shepard. Pass to Freak. From past the arc. And that's collected by Hill. Now, here is Hill. He kicks to Lawson. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time. But first, the post-game show with Ernie Johnson just a few aisles above us.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, you go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.